tougher. This has to do with the medicines many of us need to survive and prices that are skyrocketing, not by 100% or 200%, but sometimes by 3,000%, even 6,000%. So what's going on here? ABC's Gloria Riviera investigates.
I'm calling to check the price on a medication, please.
Tricia Salisi is calling a local pharmacy for a price check before her next refill.
Fentanyl citrate for 1 dose.
Since she last checked, her pain medication has gone up.
Oh, I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned. That is way more.
Gone up again.
I thought 25 is a lot. 37 is. What is this stuff made of? I mean...
Tricia was only 18 when she first felt the crippling pain that would come to define her adult life.
There was no cure for it. There was no relief from it.
She was diagnosed with endometriosis, a chronic disease where the lining of the uterus grows outside of the womb and causes lesions that can worsen over time.
I liken it to moms who have a screaming child on their hip and they're trying to have a conversation here with somebody, but you've got a screaming baby on your hip. You can't always focus on this thing in front of you.
Her husband Vincent said he felt helpless watching her suffer every day.
I'm a fixer, and I can't fix her. And to not be able to help her just, tears me apart.
If it wasn't for the pain medication, I wouldn't be here.
Tricia started taking fentanyl citrate, the generic version of Actic, a powerful painkiller, in 2010. She takes 3 doses a day, and back then she said she paid 50 cents a dose. Today, it's more than $30 a dose. That's almost an increase of 6,000%.
What changed in the formula? What changed in the manufacturing? What changed that justified such a cost increase?
These are questions being asked all across the country as patients and pharmacists report alarming increases in the prices of certain generic drugs, the once reliably low-cost copies of the more expensive branded products.
In 15 years, I've never seen any price increase like this.
In the span of 1 year, blood pressure medication Captopril jumped more than 2,700%. Asthma drug albuterol sulfate up more than 3,400%. And the antibiotic doxycycline jumped 1,300%.
The prices are ridiculous, and they're like, you know what? No, I can't afford this. I have to feed my children, and they walk away.
Generics have served to make drugs affordable, but now Americans are asking why prices are trending the other way. Raw material shortages, manufacturing disruptions due to factory closings or violations, companies that leave the market or merge with competitors. It all reduces supply and competition. In a statement, Ralph G. Naess, President and Chief Executive of the Generic Pharmaceutical Association, said some short-term cost fluctuations may occur for individual products facing unique circumstances, but that generic drug spending compared to brand drug spending bring value that is consistent and irrefutable.
By the big red barn in the great green field.
Hani Hamdan said he had to break the law to afford the meds he needed.
And this is a big red barn.
A dentist from Jordan, he had to look overseas in 2013 when doctors prescribed him albendazole for 6 months. The drug, which was $5.92 a dose in 2010, rang up at $119.
It shocked me as being very expensive. My deductible that year was very high. It was over $12,000, and so I would have probably had to pay the entire amount.
So Hani turned to relatives abroad to help him find a cheaper version of the drug. He said it was surprisingly easy.
They found it for was close to $100 for a 3-month supply, just $100. Compared to for 3 months, it would have been $15,000. I'm pretty fortunate to have somebody who actually lives overseas that can, send me the drug. I know most people don't have that privilege.
I started taking money out of my IRA, and that's how we had to pay for it.
And now, $8,000 later, the Salisis are struggling to keep their nest egg.
My savings is running out really fast, really fast.
It's taken a toll on our marriage. It's taken a toll on our plans. we plan to sail around the world, and that's gone. That can't happen.
We asked Mallinckrodt, the drug maker who makes the painkiller, and they tell ABC News that pricing has remained stable since 2010 and that they do not comment any further specifically on pricing matters.
It's nice for providers and patients to know, first of all, what drugs are going up and why. And it was really difficult to find out that information. Perfect.
Jonathan Alpern is the chief resident of internal medicine at Regions Hospital in St. Paul, Minnesota, and one of the co-authors of a New England Journal of Medicine article that helped bring the issue to light.
You get outraged. So this shouldn't be happening. And I think as a healthcare system, as a society, we need systems in place that help combat what's happening.
What is the one thing that has to change if this problem is going to be solved?
We have got to tell the drug companies they can't get away with murder. They can't raise their prices to any level that they want.
Last week, Senator Sanders introduced a new bill aimed at curbing generic drug prices.
Our job as a Congress is to say to these drug companies, you can't force folks to be in a situation where they can't purchase the medicine they desperately need. That's what we should be doing.
In the meantime, Tricia has started a... She is waiting to hear if her new insurance will cover her much-needed pain medication.
I don't know what else to do. I'm praying that my new insurance will cover it.
For Nightline, I'm Gloria Riviera in Washington.
Our thanks to Gloria for that report. How much are you now paying per month for your prescription drugs? You can share your thoughts with us on our Facebook.